Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm gonna give you guys a recap of a new episode of Rakudai Kishi Cavalry, which is on episode 11, or you could call it Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Now, this episode right here, it seems like things have gotten way out of hand as usual. Well, the way I'm looking at it right now, it's really scary for the time being. So, if anything else, let's just get started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, it seems like Stella won her fight as usual, all her other matches as usual, and Ikki and Stella ends up having a kiss, and one guy was peeping on them or stalking them and taking a picture, and that became the worst case scenario, and we all know that. Eventually, we have to it that things were looking good except for Ikki himself. After hanging out with the president, Toka Todo, the lightning or Rakiri president whatsoever, we get to know her source of strength whatsoever. She likes to use her powers and other parts of her strength and abilities for other people instead, showing them something, which is really interesting. And we get to find out that one of the student council members was actually part of like losing his humanity, But eventually, because of our help, he managed to regain those memories, And I think that's the vice president whatsoever. I think it shows that he actually had some issues with what happened with him and his parents apparently, but because of Toka Todo, he managed to gain those memories. He managed to regain his humanity. It's already hinted at, and the picture's already shown, or foreshadow, or silhouette of his is shown, But after coming back from a trip, they get a bad news feed about like Stella and Ikki having some indecent sexual relationship or something, which is not a good thing. Looks like someone's like putting up to it. Not to mention about this other mother trucker out there trying to get Ikki fired or get Ikki into a bad position. And apparently he's been incarcerated for these lying incidents, And apparently this guy whatsoever, dude, I want to rip that mother to pieces, honestly. He ticks me off really bad, just the way how he's acting, his tone, his attitude right now. Ikki say that this guy hated him, He even talked it out with the principal and so forth. Apparently he gets incarcerated and winning his matches, But there was one scene where he talked to his father, and his father says, if you think I wasn't acknowledging you because you were weak, that was not the case. Because of you helping other people who had no talent, it's useless for the teacher and the student, which is what he's bothered with, which is what his father was bothered by. So overall, his father was bothered by Ikki's father has been annoyed with Ikki helping other people who had no talent, and the results become so average or mediocre or something, I think that's what he said. Like, if you end up teaching this person and the results don't come out as good as it is, then there's no point. That's the reason why that's going to make this organization of mine look like so much crack or so much trash, Possibly, in a certain way how he's saying it. And Ikki realizes like this guy did not hate me. He had no hopes for me or something, And he still continues his fights, and he keeps winning them. And his next and final opponent for a selection match is Toka Todo, which is known to be Rakiri, the lightning student. Her according to her strength and abilities that was explained in this episode, it's going to be tough for Ikki, especially what happened with him and his father right now, because his mentality and his body looks so worn out for the time being. So I'm pretty sure his physical aspects would be fine, but when it comes to mental stability, it might be out of place, which I'm really concerned about, because not only lying news came about, a picture of them kissing, not to mention the talk with his father about him not like, oh, I've always acknowledged you. The only thing I just don't like is that you end up teaching other people who has no talent and has certain results that comes out average or mediocre, which I can understand why. So pretty much Ikki thought the wrong idea, and after like certain instability or something, it's only getting worse. And the guy says if you win against Todo Toka Todo, which is the student council president, Rakudai, will leave you alone. But if you lose, you're gonna have to give up being a magical knight, which Ikki agreed on. I'm thinking in my mind, yo, you gotta think this through carefully, man. So yeah, I do not know what's gonna happen, but guarantee of all hell, it's not looking good for Ikki right now. Especially with this mental mind or mental health right now. He could actually lose the fight, but it could be unlikely, but who knows. So, pretty cool episode, you know. This is a really tough time for Ikki. If you watched the episode or even read the light novel, I'm pretty sure you would know more than me by now, because honestly, the way I'm looking at Ikki right now, he's having a tough time. Not to mention about having to be incarcerated or something for many, many days. Make it 2 weeks. Almost make it 3 weeks, if anything. Oh my gosh, dude. At least 17 days or 19 days, I don't know. But all I know is, like, he's really starting to, like, lose it. Not to mention, like, I think his mental health is starting to deteriorate or starting to drop. Just by looking at this episode. So, I do not know what's going to happen. I hope Ikki comes out fine, because for the time being, he looks like he's in trouble. So, if anything else, I'm just going to leave it at that, people. I'll see you guys in my next video or so. I'm off, Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.